Hi, I'm Ms. Vuong. Let's look at unions and intersections. Example 1. Here are a bunch of objects. There are 10 objects, 7 are round and 5 are blue. And 1 is neither. So not blue or round. That one over there. Let A be round and B be blue. Draw a Venn diagram. Now there's a clear overlap. What do I mean by that? 7 round plus 5 blue objects does not add up to 10. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12, which means there are few that are overlapping. We can see from the image there that there's 3 that are overlapping. That goes into the center because they're both A and both B, both round and both blue. Now there's 7 round in total, so 7 minus the overlapping, we have 4 that go into that separate section, and there are 2 more blue objects that goes into the blue section, and there's 1 random object that goes outside the circles because they're not round and not blue. So how do we fill in the table? Let's read the question again. So in my head, I'm imagining that, but how would I fill it in without drawing it out? So there are 7 and 5 that are round and blue. That's not helping because we don't know where they go, but it says 1 is neither. So straight away we can write 1 outside the circle. Now if the total is 10, then I'm clear that that 1 being not part of it, that inside the circle there must be 9. Now 9 is inside A and B, but 7 plus 5 is 12, which means there are 3 too many because 12 minus 9 is 3. So there must be 3 inside the overlap. Now that I have the overlap over there, now we can look at A. A is 7. So whatever's inside A, it has to add up to 7. So therefore, if that's 3, then the other section must be 4. Similarly, we look at B, has to be 5. So there's a 3 inside B already. So the other section must be 2. This overlap over there is described to be the intersect. So the overlap, that section in the middle, is the intersect. It's where the outcomes are both A and B. So in our example, they're both blue and round. And we represent the intersection with this symbol over here, like a little bridge. Whereas if sometimes we talk about A or B, so all of A and B, so that section there, then we call this the union because it's everything, unite. And we represent this quite easily with a symbol that looks like a little U. Make sure you differentiate between these two and remember this. Intersection, I remember the little bridge is like the lowercase n, so that's the symbol there. When it's both A and B, so this is both round and blue, this is both round and blue. Whereas union is anything that has A or B. So union is all the rounds and blue objects. So U for union. Let's see how good you are at coloring in. Here I have 4 Venn diagrams. Can you try and color in A, B, the complement of A and the complement of B? Pause the video, color it in and unpause to check your answers. So A would look like that, B is the other side, complement of A would be anything that you haven't colored there, so over there, and complement of B would be anything that you haven't colored here, so over there. Now the other 2 diagrams we just drew were the intersect, which is right in the middle, and the union, which is all of A and B, not the outside though. Here are 3 challenge questions. See if you can color them in and watch to the end of the video to see the answers. I want you to think about the intersect as an overlap. So the overlap of A and B would be that is A, that is B, the overlap is that there. So imagine the areas and imagine the overlap. I want you to keep thinking about that intersection as an overlap and then have a look at these areas here. Here we have A but not B, or in other words, things that are round but that are not blue. Here we have B but not A, or things that are blue but they're not round. See? There. And here we have things that are not blue and not round. How would we represent this with intersection? What is getting overlap? What do you color and then see that it's been colored twice. So for this one, we would color A, and then we would color not B. So outside of B, imagine not B and A. And if we did that, then we would be coloring this section here twice. So that's the intersect of A and not B. See, A and intersect not B. What about this one? What did I color twice and overlap to get that? So I would have to color B, and then I would color not A, and I would overlap that section. And over here, I would color not A and not B, and I would get that outer section. And you could also do A union B and find the complement of that. So this is a tricky one. Example 2. There are 26 students that like K-pop, rap, or both. 10 of them like K-pop, 18 like rap. Find the probability of picking a student that likes both types of music, or B, only likes K-pop. Okay. Let's draw a Venn diagram to help us understand. It says that the students like K-pop, rap, or both, and it doesn't say any student that is outside those two circles, so we don't have to worry about the area outside. It says 10 of them like K-pop, so 10 are inside this circle here, but I'm writing the 10 outside because I don't know how many in this section and how many in that section. Next, it says 18 like rap, so I'm going to write it outside again because I don't know how many are in that section and how many in that section over there. It says 26 is the total, so I'll write 26 next to the E, so I know that all my numbers in these sections have to add to 26. Now it says that they like one or the other or both, so there's no one outside, so I write a 0 there. In the middle, there is the overlap. We can see that 26 is the total, so these three areas have to add up to 26, but it now adds up to 10 plus 18 to 28. So we have an overlap of 2. So there's 2 there. Next we look over here. Since there's 2 there and K has to add up to 10, then that area over there must be 8. Next we notice that that section over there has to add up to 18. But we already have a 2 there, so that section over there has to be 16. Notice how I'm thinking and how I've written the total of each section outside, and the numbers in each section inside is clear that it adds up to the numbers outside. So we can check now. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 16 is 26. So it does add up to the number outside. Let's answer the question now. Likes both types of music. So the probability that they like K-pop and rap is the intersection there. So we have 2 over the total, which is 26, or in other words, 1 over 13. What is the probability they only like K-pop? What does that really mean? Only K-pop. So that means just this section here, not liking rap. So 8 is our answer. So 8 over 26, or in other words, simplify that, we get 4 over 13. Example 3. In this example, they've given us the Venn diagram and we have to decipher the information. Let's have a read. Some students wrote down what subjects they studied. Some study French and some study art, as shown in the Venn diagram. So F must be French and A must be art. If one student is chosen at random, find the probability they studied French. So we want French, so the number of French over the number of everything. So we can see that everything is 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 6 and 9, 15 is 25. So we would write 25 at the bottom. And then study French. So inside the French circle, we have 7 plus 6, which is 13. So we would write 13 over 25. Part B, they study French but not art. So French but not art would be this section over here. So just the 7. So we would write 7 over 25. And part C, study neither French nor art. So not French or art. So the people outside. So the 3 over there. So we have 3 over 25. That's it from me today, and here are the answers to the challenge of the colouring in. Practice these questions again. Make sure you're putting the values in the right sections in the Venn diagram. And don't forget, when it says A is a number, put the number outside the Venn diagram so you know that the total of the circle is that number and not one section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!